back, everybody.
Where am I now?
You have a plane?
I've got to catch a plane.
How do you keep traveling so fast?
What it is, right, is this haircut I'm showing off today.
Yeah?
It's basically given to me by Janus. Okay, Janus.
Really?
Janus! Yeah, he allows me to use his portals as long as I wear my hair like this, which everyone keeps mentioning in chat. I forgot to.
Amazing.
That's
Amazing.
I need a haircut,
Wow.
guys. I know. But Janus has allowed me to use the portals and travel around. As you can see behind me right now, it's not actually that late in the UK for the time being. However, London Bridge is not falling down, falling down, falling down.
That's good. I would want it to.
London Bridge is not falling down,
That's
my fair
dangerous.
lady. It is. It
That's
would be dangerous because people
Yeah,
could be in
a lot
trouble.
of
And
people
then,
would be hurt. Yeah, and then
you know,
you got
Yankee
legal
Doodle
issues, you got
Dandies.
insurance problems, and
You wouldn't come visit, would
all
you?
the builder and architect has to be involved, and all
I
kinds of
know.
lawsuits and all kinds of stuff. But
Well,
we're in the grand finals,
heavy.
game number one,
Finally.
ladies and gentlemen. TSM versus
Expose Secrets.
Doesn't that blow your mind? Isn't it just?
Do you know, it's EU though. It's EU. But this is the time of the year, right? This is the time of the year. This is the time of the day the EU once again allows another team to reach the final. This must be Expose Secrets game. It must be, because we have to have a different winner. Like
the sixth team to reach the finals, right?
It's more than 6.
No, I think it's 6 now.
i5's made it. Cloud9's made it. TSM's made it. Coast Blue has made it. Agilitas has made it. SK Gaming's made it. Bloody Tech has made it. Now Expose Secrets have made it. That's 8 teams.
Bloody Tech
8
never
teams
made
in
it.
the final.
Bloody Tech never made it. Bloody Tech never made it.
Is it not? I'm alive.
It's 7. It's
Are you
7.
sure?
Yes.
I think Bloody Tech made it.
Nope.
Are you certain?
I am certain.
Are you certain?
I
Would you like to phone a friend?
No. I wouldn't. Oh, they did make it. Wow. Okay.
See?
Hey. Relax.
Sorry. I got excited by being right.
It's 8. It's
8 teams.
And 8th seed is what we have for Exposed Secrets. So Kumba Karn's going to be banned away from my Exposed Secrets across the way. Actually, Giannis is as well. We said Aphrodite Thor banned out from TSM, and now we're going to see the first pick coming out from TSM and see what they want to go with here. Thor is not available, though. So, I mean, there's a lot of choices to make here. Do they want Scylla? Do they want Kumba? I'm sorry, Kumba Karn's gone. Do they want Scylla? Do they want Hercules? Hunbots? Osiris is also a great first pick. Okay, well.
We're going to go with Osiris. I said Osiris is a really top pick. I still think he's very, very strong.
He is a top pick, yes. He is.
I think he's very, very strong. Probably the strongest god in the game right now. Some people disagree. That's fine.
Wow.
Everyone is allowed their own opinion. But Expose Secrets, Loki, Freya, insta-locks.
It leaves a lot open on the table, though. This leaves their choice of support whatever they want. Kumba Karn off the table means there's a lot of supports to choose from. Hunter also, they get pick of the litter, see what they want to go with. Artemis is available, Apollo's available, Neith's available with the one. I imagine they want to go for Apollo. We know Smek likes Apollo more than he likes Artemis. Could go for a solo laner, could go for pretty much anything. There's an Agni pickup. That's going to be going to Lobster, and he's very good at that character.
I think Agni plays very well into Osiris' strengths of the fact that it allows him to close that gap as well. So once Osiris gets that tether connected, then he can start going to town. So Agni with that Rain of Fire could really play out. And Geb being taken away from Trix Tank here by Exposed Secrets, and expect possible support ban from Exposed Secrets possibly here to try and force Trix Tank into something that he's not going to be quite as comfortable on. And it's going to be a Ymir ban, surprisingly enough.
Interesting. This could be a possible short out from the jungle, or maybe a support. I mean, there's still, there's still other characters available for support if they want to go. Kumba Karn and Geb being picked up, Ymir is the next choice, and they're just kind of just throwing this away. Now, what I sincerely hope and do is that this is not a Freya Hunter.
Well, we saw it yesterday being played by 5 Angry Men, so
yes,
it can be done. The early game is very, very weak on that, and the likes of Geb will help to protect her. However, she's not going to have great wave clear during the early stages, but we'll see. I mean, with it being picked so early, though, it does point towards a Hunter, though, Drybear. You are right with that, I think it could be.
Well, I mean, there's not much else. You can put Freya in the solo lane. You can put Freya in the mid lane. Actually, it could be mid. Now, this Exposed Secrets and Shadow Nightmare plays in that team. We know that Shadow Nightmare has taken Freya mid before, has taken Bastet mid before, so this could also be a Freya mid coming out from Exposed Secrets, so we'll see what they want to do with this one. Across the way, more and more picks to be made for TSM. Ra's been locked in as their first one, which means Habwa is available. There's a lot of things available on the table. Chalk's available if they want him. Looks like they're going to hover on Habwa. Next thing is they need pretty strong support. There's a lot of choosing. Bacchus and Athena, I think, are also great choices. Actually, Bacchus would be incredible against Freya and Loki.
I agree.
Oh, man, would it be good.
Bacchus could be a good pick here, but Trix is currently hovering over Athena right
That's
now.
right.
Will he lock it in? That's the question. But like you said, Bacchus could be a big pickup here for his team and would work well considering how his team's set up to be very, very melee heavy to an extent because Habois range very low, Osiris very low. So it would work in there. But now Athena has been locked in, so Trix is going to be playing that one. I like TSM's team composition here. Exposed Secrets seems a bit all over the place right now.
Yeah, they need something to bring it all together. They need a very, very, very strong mid lane or a very, very, very strong solo. If they might even pick a hunter here. This could be Freya mid. We know Shadow Nightmare likes to experiment. He's known for it. So what are they going to go with? I mean, there's just so much ambiguity here. If they pick up a solo laner, it means that Freya is going to be playing hunter. If they pick up, it looks like that's going to be the case. Hercules most likely going to be going into the solo lane. It looks like that's exactly going to be the case. Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
One.
Oh, no.
Loki Hunter?
Loki Hunter.
Loki Hunter?
It's going to be Freya in the jungle, Loki Hunter with Geb.
Welcome to EU, everybody. Once again.
Now, let's look at this, right? Because you have Osiris in the jungle across the way. You have Habois. So a lot of damage there, a lot of gap clearing. Loki can get very strong. The problem is going to be that Athena. Athena and Apollo both together. I mean, Apollo has 2 knockups. He has a Mesmerize, he has a slow and a movement speed increase. He's got protection increase. He's got good lane clear, which Loki lacks very heavily. So is Loki going for it? Because if Loki doesn't go for a hog early, he's going to be leaning so much on Athena that when the lane leaves, she can't leave until maybe level 8, level 9, because he has to have the decoy high enough where he can clear the wave safely up against Smek. But this is going to be really hard for Exposed Secrets to survive the laning phase, and they're going to be on lockdown until Loki can get to the saturation point where he's able to control the wave, because Apollo Athena is not a good look for Loki in the lane.
No, it's not. I mean, if he gets caught by a taunt as well, it's going to cause him big issues as well, Drybear. And the likes of Dazer playing that Geb in that lane, it's a very defensive support, but it's not one with a great clear potential either. And like you said, during the early stages, Funball is going to struggle a little bit. So will he have to invest in that hog? And if he invests in that hog, that's going to be one of those actives burn just on making sure he can wave clear effectively during the early stages. Could be a detriment to them. This is a crazy composition coming out from Exposed Secrets this week, honestly.
Oh, it is very exciting and very terrifying at the same time. And I'm really excited to see what Exposed Secrets can do about it. Either way, their secrets will be exposed in this upcoming match. Remember, this is game number 1 of the Grand Finals in the Smite World Championship week number 8 qualifiers. Remember to tweet hashtag SWC out to Smite Pro, or just in general to get your tweets up on the screen, the ticker down below. And also keep in mind, this weekend is 2 times favors free gems weekend. So if you're playing today, keep playing today. Today is the day to play, as it ends tonight. So if you want to get free gems as well as double favor for every match you play, today's the day to do it. We're going to cut to a brief break and we'll be right back. And welcome back, everybody, to the round number 1, the best of 3 in the Smite World Championship week number 8 qualifiers. This is the grand finals. We got TSM going up against Exposed Secrets today. On the bottom side of the map is going to be Team SoloMid. Apollo is going to be played by Smek. Next to him will be Athena, played by Trixtan. Fred in the jungle with Osiris. In the mid lane, we have Lobster with a double-headed Agni, and Game Hunter on the Lord of the Yellow River, Habois.
On the other side of the map, I'm going to see Exposed Secrets first times in the final. Can they win? This will be the 8th team to reach the finals. It's their opportunity to actually take this one. Zaylee is going to be playing Hercules in the solo lane. Frostiak is going to be playing Freya in the jungle. Funballer is on Loki in the duo lane. Shadow Nightmare is on Raw in the mid. And I'm Dazer rounding us out with Geb support.
Now let's look at Funball's build here. He's going to go Morningstar Rush. He wants to get the Heartseeker built up as soon as he possibly can. This is going to give him a little bit of movement speed, but also a lot of damage on top. He wants that movement speed early because it's going to allow him to stick to targets a lot better. Girdle of Might 1 isn't picked up as well, so it looks like he's just going to go for Girdle early on and hope to just burst down single targets. The problem is, you know, you have a character like Athena that can peel you off very quickly. You have the shield wall on top, and Apollo is also very, you know, he's got a big kit. I mean, he's got a knockup, he's got a slow. Movement speed increase, he's got a Mesmerize, he's got a protection increase, and really good lane clear. Not only that, but CC immunity and his ultimate to fly away. So I am just glued to this duo lane to see what Funball can do today.
Bomball is going to be play this very, very well. He's going to time it so when Trixtank uses that taunt, that's when he looks for the aggression afterwards. When he knows the taunt's on cooldown to go aggressive and try and take out Smek. But like you said, there's a reason Apollo gets picked so much. Girdler might pop straight away from Bomball in this duo, like in this lane, just to clear wave clear.
Yep, he's using that girdle for decoy. I mean, you look at the girdle right now, it's going to be at a 60-second cooldown, so every 60 seconds he's just going to girdle and decoy, which means that he can probably just put a point or two into the decoy and start putting the damage out into his vanish and aim strike. The problem with a laning Loki is that if you want to put points into decoy, but that brings down your kill potential so very much. You really can't get any major kills if you're not putting points into your 3 or your 1, because that's where your main single target damage comes from. But he's just going to be girdling on cooldown, putting out decoy as much as he possibly can, and hoping to clear this wave out. But you know, they're already on the back foot.
Already on the back front, you see Trixtank going aggressive with Smek, zoning them out away from the minions for now. However, he did already get the decoy off, so he's going to still be able to absorb them as they push into tower. But this is what they need to do. Trixtank and Smek just going to abuse the fact that their Funballer is very short range and has to rely on just that decoy.
Well, right. I mean, that's pretty much all he's got. He can't really get close. He can vanish in and try and get an aim strike, but as soon as he does, he's either going to get knocked up, he's going to get mesmerized, he's going to get slowed. There's a girdle again. Aim strike available. Nope, another decoy. He just girdle decoy every single time.
Yep, and that's going to keep them farming for the time being, but still being pushed in. TSM just abusing the fact that it's a Loki Hunter right now, and with a Geb, I mean, Geb's a great support, right, Drybear? But the problem is that his wave clear in the early stages is not the strongest, and putting him with someone like Loki, who's not got great wave clear either, is going to cause him a few issues.
Well, it seems to be working. I mean, he has enough time to decoy it early, and then by the time he pushes up, the decoy's off cooldown again, he just decoys again. It seems like the 2 decoy is all he really needs to clear out the wave. The melee will be a little bit higher, but you can see here his dash, gonna look for a taunt here.
Right
Decoy's
side.
gonna come back off cooldown again, and as soon as it does, ready for the decoy, there it is. It's gonna clear out the whole wave. So it seems like he's got a system going here.
So look at the right side, we're going to see Zalia facing off against Game Hunter, Habois versus Hercules respectively. And how does this matchup go, really? I mean, does Habois generally win this one out with the early poke? Already Game Hunter is 5, and it looks like he's having a good time with it so far.
There's the decoy again on the left side. Gonna clear this out here. Mid lane, seems like a big rotation coming out. Shadow Nightmare is there with his buddy. Gonna be heading home on Freya Frostiak. Already level 5 on Freya, keeping up with Shadow Nightmare here. Big move across the way. Cuba Freya just now hitting level 5, so a little bit behind the Frostiak. 100 gold between the two of them as they're clearing out the jungle camp so far. As far as itemization goes, Loki actually should be able to finish off his Heartseeker. Indeed, he can now. He's just waiting for an opportunity to go home and finish it.
Yeah, mid camp's coming up now as well, and we're going to see Cuba Fred going aggressive in mid lane on that Osiris this time round, as Thor was banned away from. This was the first pick from TSM, so they did want to pick up this Osiris sooner rather than later. Left hand side going to be contested straight away. Trixtank rotating round. Day's already in position, but having to give this one up. Right hand side though, a gank onto Game Hunter, but he's trying to make a kill onto Zalia, and he finds it. We saw Zalia charge into Game Hunter's Christian Wave there, but Frostiak turned the kill around.
Yeah, Frostiak wasn't there. That was a great play by TSM. Unfortunately enough, there, yeah, that ultimate
Fury?
coming out from Freya. Gold Fury available here, knowing that there's no one over there. Girdle comes out, looking for something. Lobster's pretty low. Girdle's gonna go to waste shortly. Actually gonna force it away. There's the leash. Atomic coming out of Dazer. Good shockwave. Taunt should be available still. There goes the slow, the flail, the hit. Dazer's got nowhere to go.
He's only level 4, no Cataclysm online. He's going to drop down. You can see the dunk down from Smek now, looking for the aggression to Shadow Nightmare. Not going to find it. Funballer now out of mana after using that final vanish. And that's going to be a full reset, but 2 for 1. As that was a big flip in from Zalia. A
Nice
good turnaround.
play.
That was great play. Big Earthbreaker.
Ultimate come out for Rod, clear out the way, make sure they don't lose any golden experience here in the mid lane. Beautiful play by Zalia, picking up and bringing him right into the tower. Lobster didn't even get a chance to move. He didn't have purification beads. He's rushing his boots, and so he doesn't really have anything else to defend himself with. Zalia spotted out and grabbed him up there. So, you know, honestly, that's on Lobster for not paying attention.
Yeah, and now Zalia, you can see he's already been back to base, starting to work on that Ancile as well. So when he gets that one online, that's going to play into the strengths of Hercules more often than not, especially against a double mage composition as well, Drybear.
The mage composition is what's going on right now. TSM versus Exposed Secrets is underway. 2-2, all tied up for the kills. The gold is relatively tied up as well. Only a small 60 gold differential. Experience is relatively tight. I mean, both these teams are competing at a very even level right now. You know, and I'm wondering what this Loki is going to do for them once the rotation comes out in mid. And you still have that problem where Loki has to pick and choose his fights. He can't stick to the fight like a hunter can. Hunters can just jump in there and start hitting. Where Loki, he's got to commit or not. He can't be in between, and that's pretty much the biggest weakness that they're going to experience in a head-on team fight.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I can say about Exposed Secret's team composition, though, is that late game, they have a lot of hyper carries. I mean, Loki and Freya on the team, they're going to do a lot of damage. His Funballer goes aggressive, looking for Smack. Changed his mind, though he did fancy himself an opportunity there when Smack was backing. But with Freya and Loki, the aggression is real in the late stage of the game. Lots of hyper carry aggression. Then you're going to have Hercules, which will become that unkillable frontline force for them.
Oh, absolutely. And obviously Zaylia is more comfortable with Hercules than he has been in the past. You know, back in the old days of C9, Zaylia, he never really played bruisers in the solo lane, and Hercules fits that billet. But, you know, times how they change. He's playing Hercules today. Seems like the decoy on the left lane is going to clear out this lane pretty easily. Loki looking for damage on Trix Tank. There goes the assassinate. Trix Tank dropping low here. Girdle, Cataclysm, forcing him away. The dot's going to go lower. Trix Tank survives. Smek comes out with a Serenade.
Yeah, Smack with the Serenade again. Apollo, that's been shown in a couple of games in a row now how good that Serenade is on Apollo and forcing fights. Mid comes through to spawn again, knowing Exposed Secrets look like they may be the first ones there. Although they're starting the Gold Fury and Cuba Fred's well aware of it.
Is available.
Oh, the dunk!
It's going up in the air. The dunk comes out. Dina's there. Dazer goes down. Beautiful play by Lobster. Dunk from Smek forces them away. Looking for the damage here on Funball. Serenade. Damage output. Great taunt! Huge play there. Shenheimer's going to hit Cuba Fred right in the face. The stun's going to come out shortly. Shenheimer's going to get stunned here. There's the slow. There's the Path of Flames. The Flame Wave going to come out as well. Shenheimer goes down. Double kill for Cuba Fred. Now they're looking for a Frostiak. Where's he going to go? He's got nowhere to go. There's the bomb on the ground. The hit comes out, and another kill for TSM. It's a 3-for-2 exchange, and the Gold Fury is just waiting for them like Christmas.
Yep, Gold Fury is available for them, choosing not to do it just now, feeling a bit low. They don't need to, though, because mid camps are available. There's some farming mid lane as well. Could just pick that up and fight again at the Gold Fury. Do that a couple more times, and this one's going to be all she wrote pretty much for Exposed Secrets, because that did not go well for them at all. They're the ones that initiated the Gold Fury, but the turnaround with Cuba Fred and Trix Tank coming in together with those double ultimates was just too much.
Oh, I mean, that's the big thing. I mean, they just don't have the space control. Loki was unable to do anything that game. Freya was kind of sitting back, waiting for an opportunity to go in. But, you know, this is the problem with those kind of hyper carries like Freya and Loki, is that they're usually just waiting for a window to present itself so they can come in and do ungodly amounts of damage. But the problem is when they lost Days in the start, that opportunity was never going to come. They never had an open window. No one was going to serve up to them on a silver platter initiation, and so they either had to go in and commit and hope to win or just run away. They chose to run away, but they got caught.
Got caught indeed, so 6-4 in favor of TSM right now. Ward going down by Cuba Fred at the Gold Fury one more time. 904 gold ahead right now at TSM as Cuba Fred goes aggressive again. The tether is on, and he's focusing onto Dazer here. If they find this kill, it's going to be a free Gold Fury. The taunt lands from Trix Tank. Big Lord of the Afterlife coming on, and the rain of fire comes down from Lobster, giving him a killing spree. Smite misses as the Banish just pushed him away from where he wanted to be, and now there's not a whole lot Funballer can do to defend this Gold Fury here. The whole team of Exposed Secrets need to group up to defend this. They're looking for Funballer.
Freya is low. Look for the slow and Cuba Fred not going to find it. I'm surprised to see them not just go for the Gold Fury outright there. I mean, they know they have Zaylia locked in the right lane. They know Freya on Frostiak was just dropped down about half HP and back to the tower. They know that Loki was after the fight, and Dazer had no hand to come in and assist it. And you know, they do know that Trix Tank has the tier 3 hand of the god, so they could have just rushed down that Gold Fury, but maybe they're just looking for slow gains as they did in the last matchup. You're looking at the charts right now: 1,100 gold in favor of TSM, 1,700 experience. They've got the jungle in their name, and everything seems to be working out just fine. So they're not in any rush.
Not in any rush at all, as you see on the left-hand side. And Dazer trying to go aggressive with that rollout, gets immediately mezzed by Smack, and now Funballer comes out the Vanish, goes for the Assassinate onto him, but immediate use once again by Trix Tank with the ultimate, turns the fight around. Now Trix going aggressive, taunt lands, shield out, full disengage once again from Exposed Secrets.
Beautiful shield coming out there. Beautiful shield coming out there. There's another decoy to push the wave back. There goes the clear. There's the massive damage that's doing now with the Heartseeker. But Cuvo's going to go down the right side to Frostiak. Hard to box Freya.
Okay, the one god that Osiris really has an issue with is Freya. Freya counters Osiris very, very well. When he gets into range, can use the Banish to get him down. And even when he does jump on you and you don't have the Banish available, you can use the Valkyrie to reposition yourself, take to the skies, and just deal free damage out to him. So Osiris has got to watch his position, and Cuba Fred's going to be very careful around the likes of Frostiak, because now Frostiak is starting to get online now. He's 3-1-0 and starting to get his core build completed here.
What's the biggest thing is that the ultimate has long enough animation where Osiris goes in for the ult and Freya can just go up into the air. We'll look at the taunt in the mid lane. Shadow's going to get pulled out here. No one to follow up with. Frostiak's there, left side. We do see if the engagement going on the blue buff. Funball actually stole away there with the girdle decoy. So, You know, it seems to be working here. Going to clear that one out. The mid camp is going to go to the way of TSM. Freya is there looking for Lobster. Going to find absolutely nothing as that stun misses as well. Athena on the backside going to force this one out, but Dazer's there. Good taunt, double taunt. The bomb's coming out from above. Not going to find any. Missing both of them, actually. Searing Pain's going to hit him right in the face. Damage output. Frostiak goes down looking for Dazer. He's just got to roll out, and that's about it. No distance to come out. That rollout gets him so far away. Nightmare is there wondering what happened.
Lobster's having a great game so far, and he's 3-1-4, working well on his build, and he's landing these Rain of Fires really importantly. And big shout out to Trickstank as well on Athena, who's using his ultimate so effectively to rotate around the map and get involved in these fights. That's going to be a free goal for TSM now. I'm going to jump the goal difference up to just under 2,000 now in their favor.
And you gotta put it here. Right side, the tower's gonna go down. Zayli taking full advantage of the fact that his team is just being destroyed on left and right side. So he's just got the opportunity to take the tower down. That's 500 gold for his team. But it also means that he's now free to leave that lane and join his team for, you know, all the reindeer games in the mid and left side of area of the map. Same thing goes for Game Hunter. He's gonna get this tower down shortly. As soon as Zayli leaves for more than a minute, he's just gonna take that squishy tower down as it's just standing on its last breath here. Right side, Game Hunter's gonna control this out and get the tower down and then start joining in. So now we're gonna start having more 5v5s, and I'm curious to see how that's going to change the Freya Loki dynamic.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it plays out for them. So Funballer at the moment has the Heartseeker online. He's going to be working towards his full boost. I think he's going to go back to finish that one off. He already has the full Girdle of Inner Power completed for himself there, just to increase the damage even further there, Dry Bear. So let's keep an eye on how the rest of his build develops. He's finished the Tarbi now as well. So hopefully he should be able to try and take out a squishy member, but who's the easy target? I mean, Smek's not that easy to kill with the amount of escapes that Apollo has, and Lobster, sure as heck, isn't going to stand still for long.
I mean, he's not. I mean, he's got the dash, but it seems like that's going to be, you know, more than is enough to keep him alive so far. But there's been a couple situations where Lobster really hasn't been prepared, and he got Purification Beads 1. He's got the book up as well, so he's gonna start stacking that book up, and I imagine he's gonna rush down that Purification Beads up to level 3 because, you know, with so many CC effects on the enemy team, Zelia with the stun pull combination that worked to kill him off earlier, that's the only death so far. Frostiak right side getting dropped here. Where's he gonna go? Flail on the ground, needs a water cannon. There it is. He's got nowhere to go. Honestly, if I was Frostiak there, I would just fly straight backwards. I wouldn't even try to do damage, because as soon as he lands, he's just done.
Well, they're going to get the right-hand side tower now, and that's going to be the right-hand side completely down on tier 1's left-hand side. Once again, we're going to see Funballer playing that low-key off against Smek in the lane, and it's all pretty much square over there. Smek is sat on 6,100 gold. Meanwhile, Funballer, 6,042, so 100 gold difference between the two in the duo lane right about now.
Peeling away that movement speed buff on the backside. Zalia rotating over, but it's already set and done. Good taunt there. Flail on the ground. Looking for Shadow Nightmare. Driving Strike is available. Searing Pain not going to land, though. Earthbreaker misses. Driving Strike hits, though. Looking for a follow-up. There's the rock on the ground. Going to force Trickstank out of the fight. Good stun from Lobster. That's all they got, but Loki's here.
Loki is here looking to finish off Trickstank. Not going to fight it. Smek comes in once again to disengage at the Mez. The shield is big from Daisy to allow him to live, but for how long? Not long enough as Crushing Wave hits, followed by Spout, and there's Cuba Fred finishing off the aggression as the wet paper lands. The whole team of TSM stand triumphant and look for where the next opportunity is to fight.
Damage from Hobwa is too much. I mean, as soon as Loki commits, he is just folly to the AoE damage that comes out. Unfortunately, I didn't have Hercules or Freya in that game, so or that fight that was more of like a 4 versus 3 or a 4 versus 2 at certain points. So it was really hard for Exposed Secrets to be able to kind of come through and win that one out, especially with the damage from Freya or the control from Hercules. They had a really good follow-up, but TSM just rotated so well there. And the fact that Loki keeps initiating, trying to kill off Trickstank is just working so well for them.
Yeah, it really did. I mean, it paid off for them so well. Game Hunter were able to rotate in there. I mean, if you have the likes of Hubwa and Osiris able to join the team fight late and on full health just to destroy your team who've grouped up to really kill the support, it's not going to pay dividends for you. And Exposed Secrets are really having a big issue with this team composition to put together for themselves now because they're falling further and further behind.
They're just falling slowly behind. Now, they're not out of it yet. I mean, they don't really have the gap difference to be so large that Exposed Secrets can't come back from it, but they still have to look at it and say, how do we want to come back from this? Because you got Ensile on Hercules. He's a little bit more half damage, half support there. You know, even with Ensile, Hobwa's still going to shred right through him. Yeah, Frostek went for Demonic Grips. That's going to be completed now. The question is, what does he go for next? He could go straight for that Fatalis, as often is the case with Frostiak. But at the same time, they're still waiting for damage output from Funballer. It just seems like no matter what they do, they don't really have a good engagement against TSM.
No, they don't. Right hand side looks like Cuva and Game Hunter want to try and fight Zalia here. Where he's under the tower. Spout connects, and there's some nice slow coming out from the flail. Wet Paper's downloaded. The Afterlife does not connect, and that's a nice smash into the tower from Zalia to force the disengage from them. The rest of Exposed Secrets trying to rally around, look for a response as Frostiak rotates in. Does find the banish onto Cuva. Freddy with the Lord of the Afterlife down. There's no real escapes for him. Blink in from Zalia, trying to look for the finish. Is he going to find it with a boulder as Frostiak takes to the sky? Game Hunter looking to re-engage.
They're trying to find on the backside. There goes the damage from Lobster. Bombs coming out, but they're going to miss both.
Flame
wave on Dazer. There goes the backside. Smack's going to find it. He's going to be careful, though. The knockback, the driver's not going to hit. Smack gets out of tower range. Dazer's forced to disengage. It's just Shadow Nightmare and Zalia together. Trickstank is in the front line, defending the tower. Damage coming out from them, as well as the damage from Shadow Nightmare. At the same time, left side, Funballer is using his decoy to best effect, taking down this left side tower in the meantime. So when it turns out to be a 1-for-1, the left tower will go down. So it looks like it's a rather even exchange. Gold slightly in favor of Exposed Secrets after that tower there. But amazing play overall, and you can tell that when it's a skirmish, Exposed Secrets has the advantage, but as soon as the numbers start growing, it's a full-fledged team fight, they've got nothing.
Yeah, they really are struggling. Lobster gets a nice rate of fire in mid lane as they try to rotate in to get a tower response. Do not find it though. Game Hunter going to continue to farm out that right hand side. Got to watch his positioning, as you can see. Already backing away from that one. Realize he's going to be extended. Middle camp's coming up though. Once again, Gold Fury back online. So keep an eye on these because the next fight could cost him a Gold Fury.
Gold Fury indeed. And the Gold Fury is available, Fire Giant's available. The Vision is actually in favor of Exposed Secrets right now. They have 4 wards in front of the Gold Fury. It looks like Osiris is heading over to put a ward down. It's a standard ward, so that could just easily be countered. Whoever wants to go over there and take it, looks like it's going to be Shadow Nightmare who wants to kill off that ward. Right side in front of the Fire Giant, there is 2 wards from TSM, a Sentry ward on the bottom and a regular ward on top. Osiris is getting some damage out here on Hercules. Might be surrounded here, forced away. There's a shockwave. They're going to disengage.
Yeah, that's a really nice knockback from Zillis. A lot of the Afterlife used in middle lane, and Daisy gets exploded on! And disappeared. Smek was in the sky, and he's just going to ride around on the chariot for a big one.
That's Gold Fury.
I'm just going to start the Gold Fury then. Straight to the Gold Fury they go, and what can Funballer do about this? He's actually just going to back here. He's not even going to contest.
He could look for some squishy target, but as soon as he commits, either he gets the kill or he dies. Either way, it's just not going to be a gain for him. Gold Fury going down for free for TSM, and you gotta know Daze was pretty upset about that. I mean, he is playing Geb, so realistically, he has good movement with the rollout. He's got the shield for himself, plus the good shockwave and ultimate that keeps people off his business. But the problem is that it just came so swiftly at him, and they had so much CC that they couldn't really do much. Taunt on Zalia, damage output, driving strike. No
Funballer, background.
He had mitigate wounds open that whole time, so he's back up to full. Funballer jumps in, takes a little bit of harassment, actually a lot of harassment after that water spout, and now they're still bearing down the front door.
Yeah, bearing down the front door.
Funballer has to disengage again.
Yeah,
he just came back from the base and now has to go back to the base again.
Left-hand side, you can see Smek continue to split push, get that tower back as the rest of the team group in mid. Zalia takes a lot of poke again, mitigate wounds, and that shield will prevent most of that. As Smek does take down that left-hand side tower, he's going to drop any second. Funball is not going to make it there in time. And everything just continues as was.
That left tower going down there. Great play by Smek and good recognition as well. Knowing the fact that Loki was mid, it's got to come from TSM, his teammates saying, hey, Loki's here. Why don't you take a tower? And that's exactly what he's going to do. Loki on the decoy on the left side. No chance of assassinating on top of Apollo. He's going to dip back off entirely. Loki does, however, have the Jotun's Wrath. But, you know, one problem that Funball is facing now is that because he has that Heartseeker, every time he gets picked, he is then even worse than he was before. And he needs to be at tip-top shape to take this game.
Yeah, well, at the moment, he's now 700 gold behind Smek in this duo lane in terms of where he's been positioned against people. On the other side, though, I mean, we can look at Zalia. Zalia has that anti-sealer. He should be full stacked by now. Currently working on the steel mail. Could be going there for the mystical mail, more than likely, just to give that AoE aura off to the enemy team as well. Now, Frostiak has just gone back as well, though, and finished that haste and fatalis. So keep an eye on Freya's damage because it will skyrocket now.
Yeah, he's getting close. That haste and fatalis not only will increase the attack speed. Now, one thing that people should really recognize about characters like Bakasura and Freya is that it is a duration-based increase in damage, that pulse irradiate combination. So getting more attack speed means that you actually increase your damage by quite a lot, given the fact that you're attacking more in that time frame, doing more damage overall. And so haste and fatalis will increase her damage output, but also will allow her to move while landing attacks there, so she can stick to targets easier and also backpedal while shooting at the targets while moving at full movement speed. So that's definitely a great item for Freya. She has tier 1 Hand of the Gods. Tier 3 Hand of the Gods is on Dazer right now across the way. They've got one on Trickstick as well, so pretty even across the board, but it's a big fight.
Game Hunter tries to land the spell, doesn't find it. Zali's getting focused down. He's going to Lord of the Afterlife. It destroys him as Lobster's there. And now we see Smek rotating with it across the skies. Frostiax in the air. Funballer trying to rotate around, but Smek zones him out. Just some finger banging as Game Hunter picks up another kill for his team. And now it's just 2 members left.
Girdle beans go on Cubo. Cubo's gonna go down here. Shadow Nightmare and Fumble connecting together, but there goes Shadow in response. They get a 1-for-4 exchange. Cubo gladly throws his life away. The tower in the mid lane is gonna go down. The Fire Giant's available. Will they go for it?
They could continue the push onto middle lane. That's what it looks like they want to do. I don't think they feel healthy enough, especially without Fred to be able to tackle that front line. Trix goes in, nice turn onto Funballer. Funballer takes a bit of poke, but not enough damage landing. The Vanishes use. Is he going to be able to find Trix tank? No, he is not. As Smek keeps using those auto attacks. Dazer is back up. Big spout hits again, and Funballer drops lower.
Flame Whip coming out from Agni, pushing it up here. Dazer's trying to defend the tower with his body, and it's working. His body is working.
His body is
on the ground. What? You thinking about his body now?
I was thinking about his mech body.
Mech body?
His Geb.
Isn't that one of the greatest skins ever?
It's awesome.
It's
just watch it as it moves around nicely. Game Hunters could actually
spaceship.
Don't hit it. Don't give it water. It doesn't like water. It could get rusty.
Well, it could also short circuit.
I didn't think about that. Wow.
See, he's short circuiting already. He just flew into a wall for no reason.
You blew my mind with that one. He did short circuit.
Right.
You're right.
He short circuited out. It's just not working.
But this could be a call from Exposed Secrets. It's a good one. They're going to try and rush the Fire Giant. Funball's going to get caught out, though, and he's going to have to watch away. But look at this Trick Tank already on the front line saying, no, you are not doing this Fire Giant. But the girl has been popped. Lobster's in trouble. Lobster's dead. Funballer makes him pay. And now Smek's rotating in, looking to dunk down. Zalia's being focused on, but he's going to have that mitigate wounds going on as Frostiak kills out Cuba Fred. Exposed Secrets are winning this fight, Dry Bear. Game Hunter's only just arrived.
There it goes. Big pickups. Oh, wow. Trickstick goes down as well. The huge Hercules ultimate. Now Game Hunter is the only one left for his team. He's got to make it work. They're forcing out. They got the Fire Giant right behind them. That's what they're looking forward to here. They don't have any ultimates left to throw around. That's going to be it. And just as Holland makes a last-minute goal, so does Exposed Secrets here in Smite as they clear everything out and try to defend the Fire Giant.
Oh, the blink in from Zalia, looking to go aggressive on Game Hunter, trying to bring him down. The last member standing. Funballer slowed on the wet paper. Game Hunter makes a 1v4 play. Still continuing the wet paper, trying to juke them out, looking for the opportunity to poke people down. Spout and Funballer is in trouble. Aegis is used from Game Hunter. He's trying to stall. He finds a second kill. Can he get a third? Zalia's running away now, but the snipe from Shadow Nightmare comes out. Holy moly, he took out 2 in a 4v2.
What a big play. Game Hunter showing why he is God Hunter and why he was the only one in the launch tournament to get that Penta up on the big screen. He is a great player, and right there you can see why he played that flawlessly, and God Hunter comes out today to make a showing. He stood still for just a second, and of course Shadow Nightmare spotted out, sniped him down, and you know what this means? They spent all their time playing footsie with Habwa, and now they're going to lose the Fire Giant unless Dazer can do something.
Daze is going to make a big play here. He's got the position for it, got Blink available. There's a ward there waiting. Blink's in. Good Cataclysm. It's not low enough though. And now they've turned their attention onto him, and Daze is going to drop here. He tries to rush it and hit it with the rollout. Not going to find it though. This should be a free one. No, what's going on? The rest of TSM reset. Then he went in. Trixan got it just in time.
He dived to the fire and hogged right with his last breath. For ultimates up there, going to do some damage here to Smek. He just away.
Back.
There's a Driving Strike. Driving Strike misses. Serenade stun. He gets away.
Gets away for now, but the blink in and the Earthbreaker, the snipe from Shadow Nightmare takes out Smek. 14-22. Fire Giant on TSM, but only 3 members have it.
Amazing so far. Game Hunter does have it though, and so does Lobster, and so does Cubo Fred. So if you're going to put it on targets, those would be the 3 to choose, especially given the fact that Smek is the 4th most farmed on his team behind the 3 I just mentioned. So, and honestly, Game Hunter's about to finish his rod. That's huge, and so that's going to make a big difference. Plus the Fire Giant buff, plus if he picks up damage right now, which he's going to, that damage buff's about to land in the hands of Habwa. Things are getting a little bit more scary for Exposed Secrets.
A bit more scary. They just had trouble before of them trying to take him on. Imagine when he gets that rod done, he's going to make him evaporate even quicker. Those juke boots on that wet paper were ridiculous, Dry Bear. I mean,
oh man.
I don't understand why. Just send Game Hunter right and everybody else go left and let them, you know, just let him 5v1. The rest of the TSM could just watch if he's going to continue playing like that. That was ridiculous.
To be fair, though, all the cooldowns were down from Exposed Secrets. They had nothing left to give, no ultimates, very few actives were available. So they were basically just chasing after him. You know, they could have gone for the Fire Giant in response, but they would have taken harassment from Hobwa the whole time. So, you know, it's a toss-up, right? You want to go for the Hobwa. There's a taunt from Athena on the left side looking for Frost. Yeah, because Cyrus stun. It's going to land.
Lord of the
Lord of the
Afterlife.
Afterlife on top. She's up in the air. Can she buy enough time? Frail's going to come through here. Driving Strike gets avoided. Game Hunter's in the backside. Earthbreaker's not going to land either. Now Dazer Force, but the girl means go, but where do they go is the question. Trickstick on the backside is the only one he can go on. Crushing Wave takes out Zalia, and now Funball and Nightmare are alone again. The duo pals coming together to defend this tower, but they can't defend it. It's going to go down for free. They got to go to the Phoenix.
Yeah, only Raw and Funball are standing in their way, and to be honest, you can't decoy a Trix tank, that's for sure. So he's going to tank up the front line of this tower, the Phoenix for them, as Smet continues to finger bang away and force this one down, and they'll rotate immediately. Or will they look for the end? Well, Shadow Nightmare's in trouble again.
Max dashing forward, going to find Shadow Nightmare here. There goes the damage from Loki. Each damage is on the ground. Cubo Fred throws out the sickle, trying to do something with it, but just cannot get it out. Funballer's going to back off and look for something here in the mid lane, but no one left to lazy back on top of, and that's going to be it. Curtains for Exposed Secrets in that engagement. Look at the charts. We're going to see a 7,500 gold lead, 8,800 experience as well. So much damage being dealt. Top damage goes to Hobwa on TSM. Top damage goes to Ra on Exposed Secrets. And no surprise there as the Gold Fury starts up.
Yeah, Gold Fury starts up, Gold Fury goes down, TSM take that one out, extending their gold lead further. Phoenix down in mid lane, Fire Giant still on 3 members for a few more moments, so expect them to see them try and push down one of these last 2 tier 2 towers and try and take another Phoenix out. Exposed Secrets have their back against the wall right now, Driver. What do you do? I mean, you've lost a Phoenix, there's nothing to contest in the map right now. Just hold and hope? Hope for a misplay?
Yeah, I mean, you have to buy time, right? Because the Fire Giant is going to be falling off shortly from TSM. You know, very, very quickly soon. This buff is not going to be there. And they have to make sure that they get it. They have to set up there, get there, put some wards on the ground, and put them in places where they're not going to be countered. So they have at least have some kind of vision. Because the team fight here on top of the Fire Giant is going to make or break this game for Exposed Secrets.
But the moment they're going to push in the middle lane, allow those fire minions to get towards the town and force someone to defend. Everyone seems to be rotating left lane. That's where the focus is going to be right now. And especially when they've got someone like Apollo available, Driver, they can look for the split push even if required right now, just to continue to add the pressure. But they're all baiting, waiting around the corner. But Game On just steps around and is like, nah, forget that. Let's just tank it up, push in, end this.
That tower is going to go down here, and it's exactly what they're going to do. They want to get that gold, they want to get that experience, they want to get everything down, they get the map control. That tower being down is a huge gain for them. The mid Phoenix being down is even better. I mean, honestly, they have to fight those Fire minions. The Fire Nation has declared war on Exposed Secrets, and they have to deal with that while also worrying about who's going to get the next Fire Giant. And honestly, with that buff falling off of TSM, that buff is about to respawn again very shortly, and Exposed has to be there.
Yeah, they really do. And what you're going to see now from TSM, just going to split, push the right-hand lane in, push that one up, ready for this Fire Giant respawning, which will start flashing any second on your screen now if you keep an eye on the icon there. As the team push this one out, finally buys up the last few items. You can see Trix Tank just going back to base, getting a couple more wards ready for this one because he knows this Fire Giant is the difference between winning this game and not right now, or having to extend it even further.
Yeah, they would have to just turtle up forever on the side of Exposed Secrets. If they lost this Fire Giant, it's going to make a big difference for them. They have to make sure that they have control of it. They have no wards there just yet. It's about to respawn. They got to get over there to see Dazer in the area who could start warding it up, but it doesn't seem like they want to commit to it. I mean, obviously they're going to know if they're doing the Fire Giant or not. They can see it as long as they're there, but that leaves the rest of the map open, right? There's not really much to take. There's a movement speed buff and a damage buff, which is going to go a Hobwa, actually. A little terrifying there, as the active items are also mostly completed on the side of TSM. Looks like Cubo Fred is still being a little stingy on his active items himself, but he's going to be the only one. Most players in the game have actives completed, and they're all hanging around the Fire Giant.
Going to be a Mexican standoff to an extent because Funball is going to continue pushing in mid lane, quite happy to do so and get his Heartseeker stacks back up again after dying recently. So looking for the aggression as Trix Tank looking around the side, trying to find somebody out of position, look for a taunt, got to find one onto Shadow Nightmare. Immediate use of the shield though saves the Sprout from him, but Weakening Curse does land as well. On the backside you can see Smek rotating in from across the sky, got to find Zalia as Cuba Fred zones out and Daze is left alone. Daze is gone.
Dazer's gone right before the Fire Giant. This tower's being pressured here as they try to group up to defend it. Can they do enough damage to deal with it? You know, looking at this, it's going to be hard, right? Because they can't get in there. One thing I'm noticing right here, Loki is actually doing 2,000 less damage than Dazer.
He is taunt Lance from Trickstack again. Funballer was the focus there. The BZUs has used the assassinate to get away. But Cuba Fred finds Frostiak before he can get to the sky. Now Zalia's in trouble. He uses mitigate wounds, but he can't mitigate all those wounds. He's out of health, and that's going to be a fire giant.
Fire Giant being sorted up here by TSM. Exposed Secrets have 2 players left. They're going to try and go for it. It's a very difficult place for them to be in right now. The Fire Giant going down is going to be huge, and there's nothing they can do. Now, granted, the Mid Phoenix has respawned now, so Exposed Secrets has that full lineup in the front of their Titan. So the Titan is vulnerable, and of course, those 3 Phoenixes will be standing tall, and the Fire Minions will stop spawning. This looks to be the last Fire Wave making its way down the middle lane, or will the Phoenix survive? I mean, they're coming right for it.
Yeah, they should do taunt onto Funballer again. Shield is burnt again from Imdazer, and 2 people dead means there's only a 3 men to defend this, and the 3 men left are not going to be able to hold for long as the Phoenix flaps its wings for the last breath once more, and TSM retreat to purchase items again.
That Phoenix did not stand more than a second. I mean, that was just vaporized there, and honestly, it's tough. I mean, they don't have map control. Even if they have the vision, it won't mean that they can actually go there and defend anything. The Gold Freeze will be respawning shortly. I imagine Exposed Secrets will want to try and rush it, but TSM's on the way, and so, you know, is it worth it to try and fight for 1,500 golds when you're 12,000 behind? Most likely not. So you're going to probably see a free TSM Gold Fury as Exposed Secrets try to just go over there and defend what they can, but as long as the Fire Giant buff is in the name of TSM, they can't really do much.
Do you see a way back into this for Exposed Secrets right now?
Yes.
What is it?
We've seen so many mistakes coming out today
That's
from
true.
all
That's
top
true.
teams. First seed lost in the round of 8. I mean, there's just been so many back and forth. And so even though they're down right now, they're certainly not out for the count. And they have to wait for a mistake from TSM and capitalize it. They can't let Hobwa live. They can't let Apollo live. Once those 2 characters are down, they don't have a whole lot of follow-up. Now, Lobster, of course, is going to dump his load with those bombs. But once those goes down, all he has is his dash and his flame wave. And those bombs come up. See if he has any CDR. Looks like he does not. So those bombs come up every 20 seconds. And so if he uses all 3 bombs, he doesn't really have much left to give. We're going to have a small pause coming out here from TSM as they wait for something to sort itself out. But, you know, they got to wait for the right opportunity to go ahead and they go ahead and you know, wait for something. And really, when you look at this, this comes on a picking stage. I mean, that's really just it. I don't think the Loki long lane was an addition. I mean, you look at the damage dealt so far. He's done 1,800 less damage than Geb as Loki. And so it's just really hard to really make a good argument for this in the way that, you know, he doesn't have the way that a hunter would to get into a fight and deal damage. He has to wait, and he's waiting, and he's waiting, and he's waiting, and he never gets the opportunity to go in there because the team fight's over.
Well, let's see if they can find an opportunity now as TSM pushing, hopefully for the last time from their standpoint. It's the Phoenix, and you can see Dazer blinks in, Cataclysm onto 2 members. BG's by Game Hunter straight away with the wet paper. On the front line, though, Cuba Fred's just in there, up amongst them. Crushing wave across, Smek picks up Dazer, and now the retreat is on from Exposed Secrets as they're slowly dropping down. Smek finds a double. Frostiak's in the sky, trying to deal damage, but the Aegis from Game Hunter delays long enough for Cuba Fred to secure him, and now Funballer on that low key in the duo lane drops second to last. Only Nightmare survives.
Nightmare got a double, forcing him away, but there still is Smek, which is going to be their main single target damager. They took out Hobble, which is great, but they honestly could just kill the Titan right now. With the respawn time being what it is, they got about 15 seconds of just Shadow Nightmare standing around. The minions are there. There goes the dash in, single target coming out from Smek, just tanking it up. Trickstank gets on top of it. There goes the damage from Cubo as well. He's got a ton of single target, and it is down for the count. TSM takes game 1 in a spectacular fashion, about 15,000 gold in the lead, destroying everything in their path, and Exposed Secrets has something to answer for in the next game if they want to close this out, because it's possible that they just lose out here 2-0 against TSM. Now, as far as the picking goes, I'm curious to see what they come up with next.
I agree. I mean, they first picked low-key Freya. First picked Loki Freya, and it didn't pay off for them, Drybear, at all. And when you saw on the other side of the screen that they picked up Osiris and Hubwa as some of their first few picks, that shows the big difference between these 2 teams going into this one, is that TSM's picks made a big difference in the game and the ones that they drafted earlier on. And this Freya Loki composition, it could work in some aspects, but first picking it, you don't even know what you're up against before you go into that. And you went into, you know, an Athena and Apollo lane. It's very, very tough.
Oh, and they picked Hobwa after Loki, and it still didn't seem to work out. You know, they could have just done a Loki mid, which would have worked pretty well. I mean, it seemed like Captain Twig had a pretty easy job as it, 2 games ago, as you would expect in the mid lane here. But honestly, I think, we're all as excited as the players are to get
Oh,
right into round
sure.
two,
Let's
getting
go
ready to
again.
go game two. So we're going to be hopping right into the next match as the players get ready to start picking up their favorite gods and who they want to play with today. Again, I want to mention that today is the last date for the double favor and free gem weekend, going all the way until tonight. So definitely get on and play some Smite today. Play some Smite right now, or play some Smite after the finals. The tournament has completed, because that's where you want to be. Every single match that is played today is worth double the favor, and of course, every first win of the day bonus gives you plus 10 free gems with all the game modes available. And all the first win of the day's bonuses available. It's a lot of gems to be getting up. Today is the last day, so make sure you get out there and play some Smite all the way until the end. Just grind, grind, grind. You might have enough favor to buy something cool.
Might have something to buy cool. You can get yourself a cactus ward skin or a football ward skin. Or the new one. Did you see the sword in the stone? So many people have overlooked that. That looks really cool.
That's true.
Like
they also have the Easter head kind of coming out there, the Easter Island head.
Oh yeah.
This just looks so cool. It's so friendly. But back in, it looks like Exposed has given up first pick, first ban.
They want second picks. They want to pick the 2 picks again, but this time, hopefully, they don't go for the low-key Freya combo. Maybe they do.
Right.
Maybe, we'll find out. Aphrodite banned out from TSM, though. That was standard. And the Aphrodite ban is basically Game Hunter does not like fighting against Aphrodite. We've seen it time and time again where he just doesn't enjoy that matchup.
Well, the problem is if you run 2 hyper carries like Freya and Loki in the same team, you're amplifying the weaknesses that they have. They have tons of damage, sure, but they both suffer from the fact that they're not really part of the initiation. They're not part of the team fight. They have to wait for an opportunity to go in, get a kill, and get out. They're very much, I want a small window of opportunity, and I can do so much damage in that window that I'll kill someone and I'll disengage. The problem is if you have 2 of those on one team, you're leaving the team fight up to 3 people instead of 4, and if they don't get a good initiation, they never get a chance to go in here. So we're going to see Aphrodite and Giannis banned out by TSM. Last ban from Exposed is going to be Osiris, and you can't fault them for that.
No, not at all. I mean, they left it up last time and instantly locked in by TSM, but what that does leave up is Thor and instantly Fred. We saw him in the games earlier on as well. Like, Fred's Thor is ridiculously strong, and he's going to get it again and be quite happy to have that in the jungle. And how do you ban out someone like Fred in the jungle? He's making such a big impact on this game.
I mean, honestly, it's really hard to do so. Funball and Frost are going to select together. It looks like they're going to be going for something in the solo lane. What are they going to be hovering on
more
here?
Comfortable, I think.
Interesting. So they're actually going to be hovering on Geb and Vamana together and locking those in. So it looks like Zalia is going to go back to what gave him his name in the first place.
Yeah, he's going to go back to his well-known Vamana. He was banned away from him last game as well when he had the opportunity to pick that one up as well. However, picking it so early, Drybear, you can pick better matchups for who's going to face off against Vamana in that lane. And you can also plan for who's going to be getting a weakening curse on the team early on, especially when you've got so many things. Because weakening curse, very effective against the big baby.
Well, let's see what they decided to pick against it. I mean, they're hopping on Apollo. Smek on Apollo is just devastating. You got to give it to him. Let him have it. I mean, he's the guy to use it properly. We have a
Loki. Game Hunter's going to get him.
Fired. Loki locked in on TSM. We'll see what they can do with him in response.
Game Hunter has been playing a lot of Loki just lately, and he consistently plays it in ranked a lot just now. And he's going to get a chance to play it in the solo lane here. This is going to be a good one to watch, guys. He's going to give shots at Funball and saying, okay, Funballer, you had your shot. My turn now to play a Loki. Going to be doing the solo lane this time, but Ale Kwang being picked up for Exposed Secrets.
You see Alguan locked in here. Honestly, could be going in the mid lane. We don't really know what's going to be happening here with that Loki. Possibly going to be going the solo lane. Athena banned out, though.
That's a really good ban against TSM again. Like they banned things away from Trixtank last time to see what options he would go for, and now by banning the Athena, they're like, okay, you went Athena and you were good with it, Trixtank. So what have you got now? Because we're taking away Kumba, we've got Geb, and Athena's gone. What's next for you, TSM? What are you gonna do, Trixtank?
Honestly, it's got to be like a Hercules or a Chalk. We know he plays Warriors in the support role very, very well. That's kind of what he does best, and so we'll see that kind of come out here. Hoombot's being banned out by TSM, knowing there's no jungler available for Exposed Secrets, but think about who's over there. Thor, Loki, Apollo would all be incredibly disrupted once they want to stick to a target and the Fear No Evil comes out. That would be a very problematic ultimate for them, and so getting rid of him is a big pickup for them. Exposed Secrets are going to pick up their Hunter, it looks like, hovering on Ull, and we'll see what Funball does with it.
They need a magical Guardian. I feel they need a Guardian here in the support role. They banned Ymir last time, And so maybe they left Ymir up this time round. Trickstack may pick that, but they need something magical in this role because at the moment they've got 3 physical already. But they've got 3 physical already here, Drybear. And if they go for a 4th, then that's going to be stacked for armor. Just buy armor, and Vermana's going to have a whale of a time. They need something magical there, I feel.
Hovering on Ymir and Habwa here together. Looks like Habwa's going to lay locked. Ymir still hovered. Actually, be a really great addition. God, they have so much damage.
Oh, yes, they do.
Gut-wrenching amount of damage. Now, I imagine Habwa's going to go to Game Hunter in the solo lane. That means it's going to be Loki mid, played by Lobster, up against most likely an Ao Guang. So it's going to be Loki versus Ao Guang. A lot of times, Loki has a pretty fun time with that. The problem with that is that sometimes a tornado on the feet or an ultimate on the feet makes a big difference. And they're going to lock in Fenrir, actually. Amazing pickup there, but we do have word in from the admins for today's tournament. 3rd place does actually go to SK Gaming. i5, 5th seed, has lost and placed 4th. That means that actually Agilitas is going to get 10 seeding points. i5 is going to get 25. So that means that i5 is actually going to move 8 points ahead. No,
I'm not 100% certain.
18 points ahead. They're going to be 18 seeding points ahead of Agilitas, taking 4th seed today. So
tight.
Agilitas and i5 are very, very close together. 18 seeding points apart. That's a big difference.
Yeah, it is. And with SK Gaming picking up those few points as well, that's going to close the gap for them back into that 4th place as well. And with Team Coast Blue not doing so well this week again, it means that the rush for 3rd is on as well now, Drybear. So last 2 weeks after this one, it's going to be close. I'm so hyped. But for now, we've still got TSM facing off against Exposed Secrets. TSM have a chance to try and claw their way back to the 1st spot in the SWC right now, and Exposed Secrets trying to make claim for their run at 4th spot. Guys, we'll be right back with TSM versus Exposed Secrets. TSM 1-0 up so far.
Welcome back, everybody, to game number 2 of the Grand Finals of week number 8 of the Smite World Championship qualifiers. There's 2 more weeks after this one, and this is going to be the end of the week, or will it? TSM is up 1 game, and they're getting ready to close this series out early with a 2-0 victory, but Exposed Secrets has something to say about that. They want to get this win this week because they definitely need the seeding points. Let's cover who's playing what, where they're going for what team. The bottom side of the map, or should I say the middle of the map, is TSM, getting a little bit too eager there on the initiation, not able to find anyone as they're just... That's just fun.
Jump party!
This is just fun.
Excited!
Yay!
Yay! Everybody jump party in Midland. Who's going to break it? Who's going to break it? Someone breaks it. Someone always breaks it. Funballer nearly did with that auto attack.
Yeah! Woo! Woo!
So,
yeah!
someone break
Woo! Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Get in there! Yeah! This is why it's so amazing to be part of the Smite community. I mean, look at it. Yeah, creepy curse being used by Azalea. Uul shot an arrow to the side. Everyone, and then they go about their way. They go about their business.
Everyone goes back and goes, okay, guys, let's disengage. Everyone is cool. So Exposed Secrets on the other side of the map. We just saw them all dancing away. Azalea on Vamana in the solo lane. A very well-known solo lane as Vamana. I'm Daisy, going to be playing Geb once again in the support role. Frostiak going to be on Fenrir in the jungle. Shadow Nightmare on Ao Guang in the middle lane. And Funballer is playing a more traditional AD carry role in Uul.
I like it a lot better. I'm pleased. I am pleased. That was so tense, wasn't it? Isn't it always tense to be part of a jump party? Because you don't know,
I know
who's looking to kill you.
I know, and when you've got the likes of like Ao Guang who can drop a tornado in your whole team, and Trickstack who could freeze everybody, that could have gone wrong. That could have gone so wrong.
Could have gone very wrong, but it didn't. They all just chose to back off and be good sports about it, and that's how we get a good game. But look at the gold right now. TSM is already up in the gold chart. Seems like the gold didn't really go in the favor of Exposed Secrets, given the fact that they had to rush over to the back movement speed buff and get it as quickly as they can. Damage buff is still standing, though, and no major invasions coming out just yet. Or will there be? Loki and Thor coming out here. We're going to find Frostiak sitting in the jungle, and they say, no, sir.
Yeah, Frostiak can go quite aggressive at level 2 with that Brutalize. People underestimate the amount of damage he can really do with that. There's the aggression. The leap is on. Nice damage onto Kiva Fred, forcing him away for the time being. Azalea and Fenrir continue to put the pressure on.
Evo starting with the Bumbas across the way. Frostiak's going to start with the Death's Toll. Of course, he does have that Seething Hell, which allows him to kind of just control the wave. Jumping in, Fenrir going to throw. Cubo blinking away just in time. He's got himself that physical bot, and he doesn't want to lose it.
Does not want to lose it at all. You can already see Trickstack trying to rotate early, looking for early wards and opportunities to go aggressive on that Ymir, looking for the freeze breaths in mid, because if he can link up nicely onto Ao Guang, then Habwa can get a lot of free damage off.
I think he's waiting for that ultimate. Once the crushing wave is active, he's going to have a lot easier time taking out Guang. Now, they have to worry about, of course, the Spirit's Tempest coming from above, but I feel like he's comfortable with it, you know? Now we're going to see Lobster going in the mid lane with Hotbois. On the right side, we're going to see Game Hunter going up against the Vamana with Loki, and it looks like he's not having to have that hard of a time. There's the decoy on the ground, going to use the Hog, actually hitting 2 of them instead of 3. There goes the clear on that one, and now pushing up towards that. There goes the hit. Level 5 on Game Hunter, level 3 on Xaylia.
Yeah, big difference there overall. I'm not sure how he got so far ahead so quickly. I mean, he's looking for the aggression in the middle. Immediate use of the vanish, though, to disengage.
Oh, man. No, Loki was trying to attack him, but Xaylia just kicked him in the head.
Doing?
Just kicked him right in the air. Just said, hey, nope, not going to happen. I'm going to beatbox my way to safety.
What's Trix tank doing?
He's just hanging out.
Chilling by the cactus.
He's chilling because he's a mirror.
Aha, that was good. I didn't even mean that one. I do that all the time. I say things and I don't even realize how amazingly funny I am.
I feel like that would be something that you would recognize.
It would be, normally. It would be. But decoy used once again by Game Hunter in the solo lane just to continue his farming opportunities against Xaylia. And Vamana has a pretty good matchup overall against Loki anyway, just because of the fact that he has the attack speed reduction, as well he can go into big baby form when he gets low and just become un-CCable. Really helps him out.
The lane being protected here by Thor. Trixtank is still hanging out in that interim between the left and right lane.
Picked up now and he's going to disappear.
There he goes. Well, I guess the standing tall was not going to happen for him. Frostek looking for a hit. Good wall there from Thor. They're going to look for the mid camps as well. Can they find it? Looks like they will. Smite gets stunned out, though. There goes the shockwave. What paper goes through? Brutalize on top. Drop it low. Frostek gets the kill there on that one. Smite going down. Tornado on Cubo. Fred, do they have the distance to go for it? There's the
still going.
Not diving the tower, though. They're going to let that one go.
I'm not sure what that decision was overall from Trixtank to just go back to there. Got picked off, and then immediately the rest of the team got collapsed as well. They lose both. Went for the mid camps, and it cost them more than expected. 2 kills now in favor of Exposed Secrets, and they've come out the starting blocks well in this game too.
I think Trixtank just doesn't like support anymore, that he's not a monkey that's invincible.
He's not enjoying it, is he? He's like, I'm going to pretend to be a ward of the Gold Fury. That's what I'm going to do.
A big Keiko demon staring at a wall in protest of him playing a mirror. Because, you know, when you're going from, like, Sun Wukong in his prime to a mirror now, it just doesn't feel so good.
Yeah, you walk a lot slower, you move around, you can't really escape as well as you do. Although he has got the troll walls. I mean, he has troll wall available. They're my favorite.
Yeah, but, you know, he's not the strongest damage dealer, strongest tank, strongest mobility, and strongest abs of all the game. So now he's just a big, great popsicle, and he has to try to deal with it. But he's doing well, right? Because he's got the control, he's got the boots, and he's just holding on to it. He actually decided to skip the Watcher's Gift just for the movement speed on Amir, which is always great. You want that early movement speed on Amir so you get close enough to stun players. Across the way, Funball has finished off his Devourer's Gauntlet, and Smek is lagging behind in that regard. Of course, he is about 250 gold behind the enemy Hunter, and so he has to deal with that fact right now. Frostek and Xaylia about to finish their boots, as Tier 2 Creeping Curse has been selected from Xaylia. Of course, he's going to be going up against all the healing they have across the way.
Yeah, he's going to pick that one up just to try and slow down Game Hunter, I guess, more than anything else, and keep him busy, as well as Cuba Fred as well. So if those two get involved, we'll keep an eye on that one. But for now, it's 2-0 in favor of Exposed Secrets. TSM have to regroup a little bit after the start we've had so far. Can't continue to let those free kills be picked up with no response. Otherwise, Exposed Secrets have a team composition that can really punish them, as we see in mid lane. Lobster's in trouble as the brutalized damage connects massively. Oh my god, the burst. He basically just brutalized, hit Ragnarok, ate him, and walked away.
We're going to land
no wonder Taylor lost
enough damage, though. Here comes the ultimate from Apollo, going to land tied inside of Tornado, actually avoiding the ultimate from Guang. Tornado's doing a lot of damage. The Cataclysm comes out there. It looks like Frostek is using the bait. Can't get close enough. Is Trixtank forced away by there's Gab. Jump the Glory Bound lands on top. Tornado gets avoided, but he can't go anywhere. Late to the party is Cubo Fred, but there's not much he can do here. Right side as well. Game Hunter gets forced out, and back to the tower he goes as Xaylia gets the better of him. A beautiful play so far from Exposed Secrets. They're 1,400 gold in the lead and 2,200 experience.
Another 2 kills. Another 2 kills. No response from TSM yet again. Now mid camps are coming up, and Exposed Secrets is going to start grouping for them. And it's all starting from Frostiak on this Fenrir, going very aggressive very quickly and picking on the likes of Hubwa. I think Fenrir was a great pick, especially when they see Hubwa's on the table right now.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Hubwa doing so much work for his team so far, and honestly, they're definitely going to do a lot for them. They're going to push it forward here, and look like
Lobster's in trouble again.
There. I think he's okay. I think it's more.
No, I
the
don't.
knockback.
I saw that one
okay.
coming, and then
good.
he's going to get the crushing wave, going to get him out for now. And Frostyak's the one in trouble now as he Miz there to help out the day. Fred picks that one up.
See, he's fine.
I saw the rollout. I was like, this is not a good position.
Okay. Made of water.
Made of water. That's true.
Cool.
So as we look at it right now, Game Hunter going to return back to the lane, using the Vanish to get away from Zaylia and use the decoy to continue the farm. But it's 4-1 now. TSM actually getting their first kill on the board. After the engagement from Dazer, that did not pay off for the team whatsoever, unfortunately for them, as Lobster was caught out of position. But the team rallied and collected nicely, and Trix Tank was the one that really helped secure that kill.
Right side, Game Hunter's defending his tower against Zaylia. Look at the two gold numbers. You see 4,200 for him. Zaylia's at 4,350. So definitely a decent separation for Zaylia, keeping a small lead, but not enough to really separate it so they can just control it. He really wants to hit Game Hunter. The second goes into that Vanish. He's using the Vanish to avoid the skill shots, and actually use the decoy to clear out the wave entirely as Zaylia clears it out himself. And now they're going to go into the mid lane, most likely, and control this area as well. A lot of wards being purchased by Exposed Secrets.
Oh yeah, they're trying to get full map vision. And Frostyak's look at where Frostyak is now. He's roaming around consistently, looking for a fight at every opportunity, trying to keep the pressure on this team, and he's leading the charge for his team right now as he rotates mid once more with Dazer in full command with him, looking for the opportunities.
There's a clear on the right side. Game Hunter Zaylia is going to be backing behind him as he just realized and backed away there. Buff camps have yet to respawn on the bottom side of the map. Looks like Cubo is going to take his time and look for a gank in the mid lane. But, you know, so far, Shadowhammer has been doing a fantastic job of keeping himself safe.
He really has, but that's one of the benefits of playing AO that is available to you. You can just drop the tornado and back off and just make sure you're safe under your tower every single time. Look at that again. You see Cubo come mid, but look at that blink in. Ragnarok popped. He's looking to bite someone. His target is Lobster, bringing him into the tower. He's got aggro, crushing wave back out again. But look at that, straight across the top. Nightmare makes it a 2-for-1 trade. No, he doesn't. 1-for-1. I thought Cubo disappeared, but he just used the hammer.
Yep, great play there.
Fury.
It was a 1-for-1 exchange. Honestly, you know, good play there as well. I mean, you have Uhl kind of baiting out the Gold Fury. Geb was there as well. So Exposed Secrets not only baited out a 1-for-1 exchange, taking out Hotboy in the process, they got the Gold Fury. But look at the gold difference here, Hindu. You know, TSM's got, you know, they got a 240 gold lead here. It was a great steal away. They actually stole that.
No, they just took it. They basically just fought and took the... As that fight happened in middle lane, TSM grouped and just went for the Gold Fury and took it immediately.
Well, Uhl and Geb were there.
Were they?
So TSM stole it, actually. TSM stole the Gold Fury away from them. Was able to get the gold difference. So now TSM, they're actually in the lead right now for gold. Experience is all tied up. They're looking real sharp.
Yeah, that Gold Fury came in handy. Now the mid camps are up again, so left and right about to respawn almost simultaneously. Left is now online. And Lobster's not having the easiest time in mid 1, 2, and 1, but he's making it work for his team so far, at least with the support of Trix Tank being available to him, and Cuba Fred being on point with those rotations on that Thor and helping him out.
Camp's going to go the way of TSM. They're going to pick that one up there. Looks the right one will be responding shortly. Shadowhammer may be going towards that one. Squall going to come out and not going to land as Trixtank goes around the tornado very effortlessly, even though he is a very large creature. Mid-cap going to spawn up here. Looks like going to take it down. The damage buff was actually stolen, it looks like. Or actually, I don't know about sure. Lobster. Oh, he picked it up. He's going to pay the damage right there. And Minimap freaked out for a second there, said it wasn't up. But there it is. Gab going to come back here. I think it's a roll out.
Frostek's mid.
Towards that. Ooh.
Again, looking for it, blinks in, looking for Trix Tank into the Ragnarok. He's just stood still, waiting for the Tempest. It lands and drops him in the tornado. Cataclysm as well. And with the crushing wave from Lobster, he's put himself in a bad position. But Smek turns round with the dunk out from Cuba Fred and Game Hunter rotating in to make it a 2-for-2.
For 2, big pick up there, so 2-for-2 overall. Trixtank being the first one to go down there, so it's going to be a Frostyakk Dazer. It's pretty much just a mid and a support for a jungler support. Pretty even trade across the board. Exposed Secret's going to come through there, and looks like it's going to stay even on experience and gold either way. And now they're going to be controlling this pretty easily. You know, left side seems to be going the way of Funball. He's got that unbound axe about to come out any second now. As Smek is forced back towards the tower. Actually dashed away from that one. He did not want to get stunned. It looks like Zaylia's finally picked up his enfeebling curse. It's going to slow down the attack speed of Smek as well as Cubo Fred and Game Hunter, so a pretty smart pickup.
I mean, the one thing that I can see on the Iron builds has surprised me so far is Frostyakk picking up that blink on to Fenrir. Means he's not going to be using the Unchanged to leap in there like you normally would see from a Fenrir. Going to use the blink and allow him to use the leap to get out of trouble if he does find himself in a bad spot. And that item could work out well for him as this game goes on. Now the question is, will he go for the greater blink option or the combat blink as this one goes on? But it's an interesting choice.
That can push down this wave here as Funball is pushing down and hit as well. As far as the active items go, we're very active item light on the side of Exposed Secrets. It's always the hardest choice to make, as you know, when we're behind, you have to spend your gold very wisely. And sometimes if you commit too hard to the active items, you don't do enough damage. Oh,
Aggression
mid
again.
Find him.
Beats.
There goes the big. Wait for the beads as well. Good bait, but the crushing wave comes out the last second. Tornado on the ground will force Cubo out.
Oh, the turnaround!
Play.
But does manage to jump away with the Unchained, getting back to safety again. But like you said, he used the beads, and Frostiak waited patiently before trying to nom him down, but immediate use of the crushing wave turned that around. Game Hunter wants to kill. Game Hunter's going for it. He finds Frostiak, gets off with the assassinate, and he's out again before anyone could do anything about it.
In the grounds and a clear majority of the wave, just that big minion left remaining. He's gonna back to the base and no one even know what hit them. Right side, Zayle's gonna go for the tower here, gonna ult inside, gonna try and smack it down himself. Looks like he should be able to pick it up. Indeed he will. Actually do damage to Cubo here, forcing him away as Zalia heads on out of the area. Mid lane got Trick Stank and Lobster. Ultimate comes out from Ao Guang, unable to land anything. Squall just barely out of range, and Lobster's gonna head back.
They're going to head back for now. Meanwhile, you can see Game Hunter going to fight with Zalia now in the jungle, and Zalia immediately retreats from that one, not having Big Baby available. Game Hunter's lucky, but in the sky right now, Apollo's up. He's looking for something. He's got to find Dazer, and Smek rotated in to find nothing available.
Back in Trick Stank in the mid area, looking for the rotation here on Shadow Nightmare. There's a hit. Squall and Stun going to be enough. Frost Breath on him, pops the beats though, going to get some distance.
Good wall.
Can't go over the wall. Emerald Ultimate. It's going to do huge damage there, about 300. Fender jumping in, Brutalize on top of Trick Stank, going to take him out. Serenade stops him, but not in time. There goes the decoy on the ground. The aim strike comes out as well, but Exposed Secrets looks like they're turning this around.
Yeah, they're going to try and turn this one around. I mean, it's 9-5 right now, but everybody's out to fight consistently. But this is what sort of gods they've picked, Drybear. All these gods just want to scrap, and that's what they're looking to do. Kiva Fred's still looking for a fight in mid lane against these members. He only got Loki in support, but he still wants to fight.
They do. They really do want to fight, and we'll see if they can win the fight. But honestly, when you look at the gold numbers, you can see a very slight lead for Exposed Secrets, about 600 gold and experience in the lead. Taking that mid camp away is going to stick it a little bit more up there. Loki was in the area trying to steal away, but just cannot get there. Blue buff is available as well. Look at the situation, however, you can see that the right side tower is down. So, you know, given the fact that there's 700 gold ahead and got 500 of that from a tower, if you counteract the tower difference, it's only about a 200 gold separation.
That's right, it is really close. On the left side, though, going to see Kiva Fred trying to steal away this blue buff. Funball is going to find it, but Kiva Fred gets the buff with the hog and then immediately jumps away. Will the axe land from Funballer? Funballer's got to be careful here. The minions are there, and Smek is there alongside him as well. And that minion wave will do a little bit of damage as Shadow Nightmare eats a bit of damage from Tricks. Rotation from Lobster, though.
Nice rotation, nice tornado. Actually, the ultimate's not going to land there. Crushing Wave's going to come out. Lobster's going to get the kill there on the backside. Looking for Dazer. Frostiak stun. Brutalize gets the teleport. Brutalize lands anyway. Gets the kill on top. Just barely in range there. Ragnarok coming out. Emerald's going to come through there. Apollo is up in the air. Can he get it? Landing on top. Forcing Dazer away.
Game Hunter.
Actually, the ultimate's going to come out very shortly here. Frostiak wants the
Game Hunter.
Loki gets the kill on the backside. Looking for the kill here on Frostiak. Dashing forward. So Beautiful is available. Looking for it through the tower. Can't find it. There goes this water spout, and Frostiak goes down as Dazer runs for his life. Yes, Sam gets a victory.
Game Hunter blind assassinated over the wall and found his target he was looking for in Funball. They're going to get the left-hand tower now. Gold Fury is on the table. Zalia's here. Going to walk into Smek and Game Hunter, and Zalia could take these two on.
There was the aim strike hit. You know, he's going to clear the path to get some distance here. Is he going for Game Hunter? There's the slow, not going to land. Umbrella Ring not going to come out there. Smek is still okay. Gold Fury is available, but no team is really strong enough to take it right now.
Not right now.
Forcing out the vanish as Zalia just comes in here, just toying with him right now.
I like Zalia's item choice, though. By picking up the Mystical Mail on Vermona here, whenever Game Hunter vanishes, he's going to be able to keep track of him with the ticks of the damage from that Mystical Mail going to come off and actually hit him. So it's a really good pickup for him to pick up, just to keep track of where Game Hunter's rotations are going to be when he uses that ridiculous vanish. Ridiculous vanish.
Lobster's defending this mid lane very vehemently. Shadow Nightmare has that book completed. Lobster went down a different road, starting up with a different item, but still will be going for the book after the fact. So book seems to be the thing after boots for mages in the mid lane, especially high damage mages like Hobwa and Ao Guang. Look for that Squall, not going to find a mid tower. It's under pressure. It should just go down. They can't.
Oh, it's good. No one's here to defend this. Lobster cannot defend this against all the members grouped up from Exposed Secrets here. So Exposed Secrets have come back after game one really well so far, Dry Bear. 16 minutes in this game, and they're looking like a force to be reckoned with and showing why they got themselves to the final. I mean, game one looked like a bit of a experimentation more than anything, as Daisy goes aggressive, gets a Cataclysm off, but immediate beads from Cuva used, and Blink in from Frostiak, and the aggression is onto Smek actually as he uses in. He jumps onto him, forcing him away, and the Brutalize is doing so much work!
Looking for the follow-up. Frosty, I can't get it. Oh my god, he can! The distance is going to be there. I didn't think it would actually have enough, but it did. Trickstake's on the tornado damage. Going to go force him away. Getting slowed there. There's the damage from Zalia. Now back towards the Gold Fury. The hits are there, but at the same time, where is Game Hunter? Nowhere to be found. He's on the right side of the map looking for the split push there. Thor has the ultimate. He previously used it trying to get the defense on the mid-tower, but he can't get it.
He's stalling Zalia so that Game Hunter can try and get this tier 2 tower down, which will counteract that Gold Fury pretty effectively. Can he get it down in time? He's going to, you know, and some of that has to go to Cuva Fred's map awareness and making sure Zalia could not get back.
That's a Gold Fury right there. So 1,500 for the back tier 2 tower, 1,500 for the Gold Fury itself. In fact, you can see a very symmetrical dip there in the gold graph as it goes down and comes right back up by the same amount, but they're looking for a tier 1 on the left side.
Oh, Game Hunter finds Zalia! 1v1, he takes out Vamana, and now Cuva Fred's trying to defend against 4 members. The wall's big, he gets a double tap on multiple members using the ult to describe the tornado, but Smek's here! Smek ducks down! Is he going to find Frost?
Wait for the shield, wait for the shield! He doesn't wait for the shield! He's still hitting him through the shield, but there's the Frostbreath, they've got it. Always a good idea to wait for that shield, just wait for the positioning. He does have that jump available, of course, was not near a wall, though, so couldn't jump up and over the wall. But a good kill there is going to be a 1 for 2, actually, overall. Loki was able to kill off the Zalia on the right side. Thor goes down, but they also get, at the same time, they get Frostiak. So a big trade for TSM, plus the tier 2 tower, they're still in the lead.
Game Hunter is getting out of hand, though. He just killed Vamana.
That's right.
He killed Vamana 1v1. That's ridiculous for him to be able to do that.
Well, he's finally got the penetration.
He got half the Phoenix down. They're going to be able to take a tier 1 tower in the middle lane. They're trying to work on the tier 2 on the left-hand side with Smek and Trickstank right now. And Exposed Secrets have their backs against the walls right now. And some of this is down to the rotations coming out from this team and the way the team fights are breaking out.
Left tower's getting pressured. Looks like it's going to be very close to falling, but they were able to defend it just in the nick of time. This thing is a sneeze away from crumbling into pieces. Damage buff is available. Lobster's going to take that for himself very, very quickly as Kivo comes to his aid and helps him out in that regard. Look at the itemization. Looks like Game Hunter's going to go for double penetration. He's got the Titan's Bane done, and now he's going to go for Jotun's Wrath for CDR and more penetration on top of that, plus more physical power. He's going to be a force to be reckoned with, and it doesn't look like anyone except for Dazer is going to have an easy time dealing with him because no one really has committed to defense.
I mean, Zalia did go for the Mystical Maze, giving him health and protection, but it's still not enough. We just saw that Game Hunter just soloed him in that situation. I guess Zalia just didn't respect the amount of damage that Game Hunter could put out on that Loki. And now he's going to be able to continue to push this right-hand lane in with no towers there. You can see him looking for aggression onto Frostiak, trying to catch him on the rotation back to the jungle. Not going to find him here for now, but he's hunting consistently. And if he gets left alone, he'll take down that Phoenix quicker than you expect.
Big old wave on the right side, going to be very huge gold gain for him. They're going to clear that one out. Now he's looking to join his team in the mid area. Fire Giant's available. Gold Fury is not close to being available at all. Just about 2.5 minutes left until that one respawns. Left side Apollo's going to be hanging out here. Looks like all of Exposed Secrets are grouping up, and looks like Game Hunter's come back to the right lane. I mean, this is what he's doing. He's just going over, decoying, and then running back in the jungle looking for opportunities. He's just consistently pushing this wave up by just pushing 2.
Yeah,
starting Fire Giant.
2-man Fire Giant? This is a great call. Is there a ward in the area? That's the question. There isn't, you know. They have no vision of this, and I guess they don't expect these 2 members to be able to do it. Level 13 support. You may using the ultimate right now to increase the damage down, and Game Hunter just doing work on it. He drops the Hog as well. He's getting lower. They pick it up. TSM get a Fire Giant, a 2-man Fire Giant driver. Crazy.
No, that also comes down to good acting from Apollo and Thor. They were made sure that they were visible in the lane, that the enemy team could see them, and said at all times they're thinking, okay, we see 2, there's no way they're doing an objective right now. We know Gold Fury's not up. We know they can't do Fire Giant right now. We're okay. Plus, they had no vision, and they did a great job of not only warding around the Fire Giant so they see people rotate over, but they also countered the Fire Giant as they started it. That's one of the biggest things you always want to do. We see this time and time again, especially hunters who have a propensity to do Gold Fury by themselves. You always want to counter the event before you start it, because if you don't, they'll see you doing it the whole time and they'll build a strategy around it.
Yeah, I'm so surprised that Ymir was able to tank it for as long as he did, especially being only level 13 as well. Does have the Sovereignty and the Urchin online though, but still quite surprising to that. And now with that Fire Giant, look for the split push, and you can see Game Hunter off on the left lane. Rest of TSM pushing down the mid on the one tower that is at pretty much a full health right now. Going to start getting chunked down by Smek as the rest of the team group up. Keep an eye on Game Hunter. Azalea could get caught out of position here as he does get eats a big 230 crit from Game Hunter already.
Ate the decoy as well. Now Roche's coming out. Frostiak is here. Who will he go for the main target, though? That's the question. He needs to bite someone important, but of course, you do see a lot of greater purifications. You see CC immunity from Apollo, CC immunity from Ymir, CC immunity from Thor, CC immunity from Hobwa, and of course, no CC immunity from Loki, but it still has the purification beads himself, so he's able to kind of rotate with that. Mid tower going to go down. It's going to be the last tower standing for Exposed Secrets, and it's going to make a big gold difference.
It is going to make a gold difference, which generates continuing. Look at Game Hunter again, going off on the left-hand side, going to continue the pressure as mid lane. Good wall, double wall. Azalea eats a lot of damage, and Frostiak has to commit to try and help out. Drops Trix tank into a world of pain, but it is a tank after all that they've just picked that up. But the rest of the team able to continue this push. They're not going to back out just because Trix tank's down. He was only level 14 anyway.
Well, they need to, because Game Hunter and Smek are already out of the fight, so it's like they're going to follow suit here as they back off entirely. Looking across the way, Azalea has yet to finish even his third item. We have the same thing for Dazer. Looking for a great wall! He's got nowhere to go! Cataclysm buys time. Need to be careful though. Aim strike. There goes the damage. Rampage for Game Hunter ×5 for him. Azalea is watching the whole thing go down, knowing that he can't go in on that fight.
Yeah, they knew Dazer was going to walk around looking for the Gold Fury to see if they were doing it and try and get involved, especially with them not having a hunter. But look at Game Hunter! The damage on Footballer was real! He has to leap away with the axes. Cuba Fred jumps back towards him to pick it up, and Smek drops down to find him not there. Lobster uses the Aegis to buy time for Thor to get into the sky. Crushing wave onto Azalea, and the dunk is real, but there is a Tempest that does not connect. Lobster's still alive! How is he alive as Frostiak's desperate to kill him? Not going to find it, and the Noodle is the last one to die.
Got nowhere to go. Double kill for Smek. Deicide for TSM. They're coming right down the front door. Dazer has just respawned, but that's the problem. He was the first to go down in the jungle side. A beautiful wall. He actually hugged the wall and got blocked off by Cubo Fred. Had nowhere to go and nothing to avoid. Got taken down in the beginning, and then they had no tank for that fight, and it was just pure anarchy. Looking for the mid Phoenix, they're gonna find it. Looking at the left Phoenix, they're gonna find it. Will they go for the right Phoenix? It doesn't seem to be the case, as of course respawns are coming up shortly, but now they're 9,000 gold in the lead, 10,000 experience in the lead. The Fire Giant's respawning shortly. They have 2 Phoenixes down, one of those being the furthest away from the Fire Giant possible. The Fire Nation is bearing down the 2 left lanes, and Exposed Secrets is in trouble.
Exposed Secrets really in trouble right now. Like, they've got themselves to the final. This was their opportunity. In Game 1 did not go great in their favor. Game 2 started off so well for them, Dry Bear. Like, they came out of the block strong. They put it to TSM, took 4 kills for no response. But TSM, out of nowhere, has started pulling this one back. Took a Fire Giant uncontested with just 2 members. And now, with 2 Phoenixes down, they're able to just siege this next Fire Giant and look for the last Phoenix and end this game.
They're still in the Gold Fury on the left side. Certainly going to be able to do that one right now. Very easy pickup for him. They know the wards are over there. Able to get the vision control. The Fire Giant will be respawning here in just about a minute and a half or so. And so they're going to be looking to picking that up very, very shortly. Hobwell's on his way over. All 5 members for Exposed Secrets are up and ready to fight, but they have to fight fire minions first. They have to push these 2 lanes up to the halfway point of the map to feel like they're comfortable enough to contest the Fire Giant without worrying about their home being invaded.
But what they're going to do now is trying to set up a bait. You can see wherever Lobster stands, keep an eye on his position. If he's against a wall, you know he's waiting for someone to walk around the corner to burst the damage down. And with the Fire Giant still being down, no ward coverage still down here for Exposed Secrets. So someone's going to come sooner rather than later. And last time that happened, Dazer walked into trouble, and it looks like he may be the one to do so again. He's just going to clear wards out near his own base at the moment. I guess they're just going to give up the Fire Giant here. They're not going to try and contest.
Fire Giant is respawning. They're not going to be able to get there in time. Apollo's going to land down from above. Ymir ultimate on top as well. There's a single target damage that they know and love. Huge amount of numbers being stacked up. Fire Giant goes away. 1 Phoenix stands for Exposed Secrets, and this is their last stand. This is their hot gates.
This is their hot gates of hell. They have to defend the Titan and this Phoenix. If this Phoenix drops, it's almost impossible for them to come back. Whole team of TSM grouping as a 5-man to take this one down now. And it's going to come down to the engage, the blink. The freeze is big from Trix Tank. On the backside, though, you see Dazer keeping them busy. And Frostiak's getting low, but Game Hunter finds 1. And now the aggression is on. Azalea comes back in. Big Baby's online.
Frosty's gonna find Trickside, bring him into the Titan, gonna do some damage here, but Zaylee goes down in the process. Trickside is still alive. He's so tanky. Great wall keeps him alive. On the backside, Ul's in trouble. Dazer goes down. Big crit from Smek. From over the wall, Cubo hits the hammer there. Now go up in the air. Can he dunk down anyone? Frostiak is gonna go down on the dunk. Funball's back in the well, but what can he do to stop the 5-man team from ravaging his Titan? The Titan will go down. The game is over. The series is over, and TSM takes first place this week in a 2-0 series against Exposed Secrets. The kill count was very, very similar, 19-15, but when it all comes down to it, TSM just had a better team play.
They're back. TSM showing it this week that they are back in this one. Had a bad runner for a few weeks and not been in the final for a couple now, but this one showed off. Game on it went 6-0-5 in that game. Drybear did not die once. Only did 9,000 player damage. Thor and Lobster. Thor did 12,000. Lobster on that hub wide did 18,000 in that game. But that was really well played by the whole team as a whole communal. You know, they worked really well together, abused their options, and really picked up some great plays for themselves. And that's why Loki's been banned away from Game Hunter for a long time now.
Very true. I mean, honestly, it was just great. I mean, 6-0-5, he didn't die a single time. He controlled the whole right side of the map and never let a single wave go unattended. The towers were taken out very easily. And even at a point where Exposed Secrets got a good team fight victory, they took out the Gold Fury. Game Hunter says, okay, 1,500 for you, 1,500 for us. Takes out the tier 2 on the right side, brings his team right back up into the Forerunner. And all of a sudden, you just don't have this space where every time you get a small victory over TSM, they get an even bigger one right after that. And so over time, it just started getting worse and worse and worse. And for specific characters on Exposed Secrets, you know, Funball really never had a good chance to take off. Frostiak got in there a lot. I got a good initiation, but the problem is he suffered from Fenrir syndrome. As soon as it hit mid and late game, he just wasn't doing enough to be able to make up for the fact that he was playing Fenrir. He had the ultimate, but there are too many purification beads on the ground and too much damage coming out from Loki, Apollo, Thor, and Habwa. And really, that's what it came down to. I mean, so much damage was coming out from TSM that if you make a single misstep on Exposed Secrets, you're going to die.
But now, when we look at the graphs of how the teams are on in points in terms of that, it's going to be Cloud9 on 475 points in first position, TSM 460 points, I believe. Team Coast, formerly known as Worth Gaming, going to be on 272 points. And then 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th are really close right now. We've got Agilitas, I5, SK Gaming, Bloody Tech, and now thanks to that second place finish, Exposed Secrets are sneaking in there just in the tail end of that one. With only 2 weeks to go, Drybear. If I said to you right now, Drybear, which 4 are going to go, what are you going to shout? You've got to say, give me 4 teams who are going to make it.
You know, honestly, C9, TSM, and Coast are relatively locked in here. Now, of course, the 4th, 5th can take that 3rd slot away, but it's very unlikely considering the way things have been playing. But that 4th slot is completely up for grabs. And so it's hard to say what that 4th team will be, knowing that I5 is going to be 18 points ahead of Agilitas. Things are just not going to be what you expect them to be. They're 8 points away right now. I mean, it's just absolutely devastating. And so you're looking at saying, how is this going to work out for them, and how is it really going to change? And realistically, it can't end well for these 3 teams. Someone has to go, and the rest of them have to lose, and that's how it works. So top 4 is we're looking at. The 4th seed slot is what you're looking at for EU, and it's very, very close. A brief reminder, guys, today is going to be the last day of the 2x favor free gems weekend. So if you want to get out and play some Smite, today is the day to do it. If you want to do a 24-hour Smite marathon, today is the day to do it, because for every game you play throughout the rest of the day and through tonight, you will get double the amount of favor while also getting 10 free gems for every first win of the day bonus. That means that every time you get a first win in each of the game modes that we have, you get 10 gems. That is a lot of gems up for grabs right now. So the rest of the day, you get double favor. That means you can buy voice packs, skins, you can buy gods, you can buy whatever the case may be, ward skins, all kinds of things are purchasable there once you get the icon, or I'm sorry, once you get the income from today's double favor free gem event. So get out there and play some Smite. I mean, what a day it was.
What a day it was. Once again, upsets, craziness, shenanigans, ridiculous picks, ridiculous team compositions. As usual, EU brings it out once again. Every time North America try and step it up, DM, you know, EU just does one better every time.
Probably DM.
Yeah, I did.
Horrible insult.
I'm sorry.
That's it for today, guys. For everyone here on the administration team, as well as the moderators in chat, and all the people running the games, the people playing out, and definitely coming and preparing every single week with the scrims and work they put into it, as well as the production team making everything look so flawless. Myself and Hindu Man just shouting about nonsense all throughout the day. We appreciate you coming out today, and we look forward to seeing you next weekend. Next Saturday will be the start of the NA tournament at 12 p.m. Eastern, right here on Smite Game. The next day after that, on the Sunday, it will be 9 a.m. Eastern to start for the NA or the EU version of the Smite World Championship Week 9 qualifiers. We have 2 weeks left of competition, and they're going to be very, very fierce. After that, we have regionals coming up. The NA and EU regional is going to be live LAN tournament events that have yet to be announced, so stick around for information. In fact, we may or may not have a big announcement this weekend about things. So stick around for that. Make sure you're watching Smite Game. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today, and enjoy this reel of what happened today, and we'll see you next weekend.
Bye, everybody. Bye.